Welcome to our Sycamore Township Special Trustees meeting for January the 12th, 2021. This evening, because of the COVID-19 pandemic, we are following the rules set down by our governor in House Bill 197 and extended in House Bill 404. We are conducting this meeting remotely. Roll call, Vice Chairman Tom James.
Here.
Tom Whitman. And me, Jim LaBarbera, I'm here. I'm going to ask Vice Chairman Tom James, Tom Weedman, Fiscal Officer Rob Porter, Law Director Mr. Desai, Administrator Ray Warwick, Tracy Kellums. Do you give your authorization for names to be signed electronically?
Yes.
I do.
Okay. And I'll also give my
Yes.
We don't need to.
with the planning and zoning report, our zoning administrator, Mr. Skylar Miller.
Yes, sir. We just concluded the public hearing for case number 2020-09 P2. I have two resolutions prepared, one approving and one denying that case. So based on direction from the board, I can put either one of those up for your consideration.
I make a motion to approve zoning case 2020-09 P2.
I'll
And I'll second that.
All right, sorry, I'm trying to get my screen share up.
We should go ahead and have a vote on the motion.
He's going to read it first.
Motion. We have the motion and a second.
Read it first.
Well, he didn't motion to approve the resolution. He motioned, so.
We read the resolution.
He's going to read the resolution.
Yeah, read it and then.
Yeah. I was just looking for direction whether to propose the approval or the denial resolution.
Yeah.
So this is the approval. A resolution approving a planned unit development for DoorDash development in Sycamore Township and dispensing a second reading.
Motion.
I am going to actually modify this to put the case number in the resolution title, if that's okay.
That's fine. We have a motion. Do we have a second?
I'll second it as modified there with the title bearing the case number. Yes.
Okay. One thing I'd like to note, the only atypical condition that we have in here is that any future signage shall comply with Chapter 13 of the Sycamore Township zoning resolution, unless I have other direction from the board. We'll leave it as is.
I think that's fine by me.
Yep.
Yeah, and I think it's an improvement to the township that looks like they have a nice plan, a low-key service business, DoorDash. They've already said they're not going to make it a retail establishment. Zoning unanimously approved it. And the discussion that we had earlier, the traffic, the possibility of any traffic problems, we get Tracy and the road crew to put up one of our signs, and that would help alleviate a problem if one develops. So I think it's a great spot. I think it looks good. That's just my thoughts.
And I agree. I think it's a good use of the existing structure to improve the site quite a bit also in terms of the landscaping around it, the configuration of the parking lots, and the general look of the building overall. There was some discussion in our public hearing for anyone who might see this meeting and who didn't see that about traffic and other things, but those aren't really things that we take into account as to this particular zoning use that's been asked for, and they are things we can deviate through other means later. So I think it's a good plan. It's a good use, and I think it'll be a good fit.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's a great improvement to the site, and we're grateful to have somebody willing to do that in our township, especially as we hopefully can continue to get some of that redevelopment done along Blue Ash Road. So I think it's a great use, and I'm totally for it.
Take a roll call. Mr. James?
Aye.
Mr. Weedman?
Aye.
Mr. LaBarbera? Aye. Moving along, Administrative report, Sycamore Township Administrator, Mr. Ray Warwick.
I have some POs for you this evening. First off is we sent you a copy of these and then a recap of the blanket POs that we typically do. We chose to do these blankets for 4 months, so a third of the year is what's before you. All of this money has been appropriated on the certificate, and these are the typical blankets that are used here so that the department heads can manage the affairs of the township. 69 POs and a total of $3,857,673. I would ask you to please approve these all together.
Motion to approve?
Second.
Any discussion? Roll, Mr. James,
Aye.
Mr. Weedman,
Aye.
Mr. LaBarbera, aye.
Then we have one PO that had to be customer specific, if you will. It's to the Ohio Treasurer to make our first half payment on OPWC loan that we have. If you want, they have it in their packet. It's purchase order 8781, and the amount is $37,499.17.
Motion to approve?
Second.
Any discussion? Mr. James,
Aye.
Mr. Weedman,
Aye.
Mr. LaBarbera, aye.
That's all I have.
Okay, we're over to Rob Porter, Fiscal Officer report, pay bills, read receipts. Rob?
Yes, we have receipts of $133,817.96, disbursements of $993,126.63. A complete listing of the receipts and disbursements is available in your packet.
Motion to approve?
Second.
Discussion. Mr. James,
Aye.
Mr. Weedman,
Aye.
Mr. LaBarbera, aye. Anything else, Rob?
Nothing else.
Tracy Kellums is our roads maintenance supervisor, assistant administrator. Tracy?
Yes, every year that we put in a application for OPWC funding for any kind of project that we're going to do, we have to pass a resolution authorizing us to do that. So I have a resolution authorizing Tracy Kellums, Assistant Township Administrator, Road Superintendent, to prepare and submit an application to participate in the Ohio Public Works Commission State Capital Improvement and/or Local Transportation Improvement Program, and to execute contracts as required.
Motion?
Second.
Any discussion? Mr. James,
Aye.
Mr. Weedman,
Aye.
Mr. LaBarbera, aye.
Motion to adjourn?
Second, do we have ayes? Do we all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Those ayes. Okay, the time is now 7:08. Thank you very much. Stay healthy.
Thank you.
Enjoy your evening.
Thank you.
Night, everybody.
Good night.
Good night.